Tesla stock is reacting nicely today after yesterday's crash. Yes, we do see a top signal here and we are gonna talk about it. But first, I will share some interesting statistics and I will use a lot of data based on technical analysis to show you why Tesla stock is still very bullish despite the recent top signal. In my humble opinion, we should not worry about any possible correction or any pullback right now. I will explain everything in this video. Welcome to the Finance Hydra channel. My name is Nathan, so let's start our analysis looking at Tesla's daily chart as usual. As we see here, the trend is still incredibly bullish because we don't see any crystal clear bearish reversal structure. Yesterday we did a top signal over here, a crystal clear bearish engulfing candlestick pattern, which is a, statistically speaking, a quite reliable candlestick pattern when we talk about reversals. Let's take a look a little bit on a few statistics over here. Bearish engulfing, theoretical performance, bearish reversal, tested performance, bearish reversal 79% of the time. So yes, it is a reliable bearish reversal structure. However, according to Bukowski, the trend after the breakout is short-lived. So even considering we have high chances of seeing corrections or pullbacks after bearish engulfing candlestick patterns, these corrections, they don't last for too long. And today we see Tesla doing this reaction over here, this candlestick pattern, indicating to us that, okay, the bears tried to appear over here, but the bulls are still here. We are still controlling the situation, so it is not going to be that easy. Honestly, I overestimated the bears in this scenario because I was expecting a sharper correction at least to the 21 EMA on the daily chart. The 21 EMA is right now around $235 roughly, which is very close to the $237. The previous top level here, right? Here on the daily chart on November 1st, 2022. So this dual support level is a particularly strong support area. So even considering that Tesla could correct to lower levels, in order for it to actually reverse, we must lose this dual support area and trigger a crystal clear bearish reversal structure. So see, this is why I'm telling you, Tesla is very bullish. It is going to be very difficult for the bears to reverse this situation. Even the top signal from yesterday, although is statistically speaking reliable as a reversal, the reversal after the breakout performs very poorly. So this is why I'm saying we don't have technical reasons to concern about it. In my humble opinion, even if Tesla corrects, it would be just an opportunity to buy, to add positions, and this would be very, very good because this is what brings new blood to this, right? We need to see more people buying Tesla. Right now, some investors are quite cautious. They are quite anxious about this because we have been going up for more than 1 month without doing any pullback, without correcting a bit. So right now, many investors that are afraid of buying at high prices, they are gonna wait for pullbacks, or at least not necessarily for pullbacks, but they are waiting for the risk-reward ratio makes sense again. Meaning, even if we see a sideways correction like Nvidia is doing, that would be very good as well. Because although the price is not going to necessarily drop, although Tesla wouldn't become cheaper by moving sideways, that would be also a plausible movement. And just like Nvidia over here, after earnings, we just moved it sideways and then we exploded afterwards. So this is a very realistic scenario, especially if the indices the S&P, the Nasdaq index remain above their 21 EMAs over here. We see the S&P is correcting. It feels like it is trying to hit its 21 EMA again. The Nasdaq index is doing a similar movement. Today's reaction is quite bullish. It is quite powerful. It means that it is not going to be that easy. But as long as the indices remain bullish, Tesla will also remain extremely bullish. We don't see any reversal structure on the Nasdaq, on the S&P yet, so as Tesla. Tesla is still incredibly bullish. Tesla is still bullish on the daily chart. On the mid-term speaking, it is still bullish. Let's talk about other time frames. But first, if you want to trade with me, consider subscribing to my newsletters. Join our Telegram channel for premium signals, analysis, insights on Tesla, Nvidia, NIO, the indices, and much more. Join the top 5% community. The link is in the description of this video. Now, back to Tesla. Let's take a look short-term speaking. Short-term speaking, the trend is trying to reverse, all right? It is trying to reverse because it feels like we are trying to do a lower high, lower low. However, I honestly, I am not sure if I should consider this an actual higher high, higher low, because look at this low. This low was happened only because it gapped down today, and immediately Tesla went up, and right now we are back again above the 21 EMA. It feels like we are gonna break the previous top level over here, rejecting the idea of a bearish pivot point. So it feels like Tesla is not turning really bearish yet, again, in spite of yesterday's crash. And when we analyze the S&P is also quite resilient over here. Yes, we have been correcting. Yes, maybe there is the possibility of a head and shoulders chart pattern, right? This is a real possibility. However, we are still struggling around this support area. So it feels like, although it is actually correcting on the daily chart, it feels like it is going to be very, very difficult for the index to remain bearish, short-term speaking. And the Nasdaq index is a little bit different. Nasdaq index is really turning bearish right now. We did a crystal clear bearish pivot point over here. We are under the 21 EMA, so it feels like the situation is more bearish regarding tech stocks. But the S&P does not share this sentiment. So the situation couldn't be more complex. We are in a very difficult scenario to read. Sometimes it is going to be harder to read Tesla's movements and the market's movements as well. It is going to be harder. Sometimes it is going to be easier. Right now is a relatively difficult time because it feels like we could actually trigger a sharper correction. It feels like Tesla could actually correct to the 21 EMA over here again, down here again. And this is it. But it is still struggling a lot to actually confirm a bearish reversal structure over here. Now, when we look at the weekly chart, by the way, if you are not my subscriber, consider subscribing because I'm here every single day to keep you guys updated on Tesla's price action and much more. So subscribe to keep in touch with my daily insights, alright? Thank you very much, my friends. Now, back to Tesla's weekly chart over here. We just filled this gap, right? Gap, close it, period. It feels like we are stabilizing around this gap area. So far, today's candle feels like it is a spinning top candlestick pattern, or maybe a possibly doji candlestick pattern. It is still too soon to tell, but there is no top signal confirmed yet on the weekly chart. I have been telling you guys, long-term speaking, Tesla could easily correct all the way down to the $217 without ruining the bullish bias. The optimal target of this bullish structure is the all-time high. We have another very important resistance area around $300 over here, this red line, but at the all-time high is the optimal target of this bullish flag because it is its technical target. If we project the height of this pole, in the direction of the breakout, we see a crystal clear confirmation that the all-time high is our long-term technical target. So we're gonna get there, in my humble opinion, but it is not gonna be a straight line. Yesterday, guys, very quickly, you guys have no idea of how much hate I received yesterday because Tesla dropped it. I mean, only because one day we see a top signal which is not that strong. Only because we dropped one day, people were complaining, oh Nathan, you said that Tesla was gonna be unstoppable and we're gonna hit the all-time high. Well, I do believe we are gonna hit the all-time high, but it is not gonna be a straight line. That's just crazy. I mean, we're not gonna hit the all-time high in one single bullish leg over here. If you actually believed that this would happen, dude, I don't know where you heard that because I never said that, but yeah, I think you have a problem. Still, Tesla is incredibly bullish. Pullbacks would be nothing but opportunities to buy. Is there any lower high, lower low on it? No. So the trend is still bullish and I'm gonna keep you guys updated every single day on this channel. Therefore, subscribe. If you're not my subscriber, click on the like button to support me. Join our Telegram channel. Thank you very much for your audience. Stay safe. See you guys tomorrow.